It began with a phone call at 12:17 a.m.
My mind was just like racing. I'm like, should I answer it? Should I not? Should I like pretend I'm asleep so he thinks I'm like a good athlete and care about my sleep? Or what should I do? So I ended up picking it up.
On the other end of the line was USC head coach Jeff Nygaard. And when the recruiting window opened, Dillon Klein was his first call.
He was a marquee player. He was doing stuff at that level which would have been physical at this level already. So just with his jump and his arm speed, his angles, everything he was doing was screaming next level.
Klein's talent isn't exactly a surprise. His family consists of multiple All-Americans, an Olympian, an NFL player, and an NBA player. On top of all that, almost all of them built their legacy at one school.
My dad, my aunt, my uncle, all three of my cousins went to Stanford. And I was like kind of thinking about it, but I've always had like a ton of respect for my grandpa. Just, the way he's been just so nice to me and so caring and just such a great guy.
Klein's grandpa, Bob Klein, played tight end at USC from 1966 to 1968, was a member of the 1967 national championship team, and went on to play 11 seasons in the NFL. He was the sole Trojan in a sea of Stanford alumni, and the stories he told left a mark on a young Dillon.
My grandma likes to tell this story, but apparently, like when I was young, my grandpa and I were walking, and I'm like, "Hey, Bob, I don't want to go to Stanford. I want to be a Trojan like you." And now that story gets repeated a million times. I'm sure it's been stretched to infinity. But I did really look up to him as a Trojan, and hearing about his time here just made me kind of want to come here and just like kind of follow in his footsteps a little bit. Just the way he described SC was just like perfect for me. It felt like.
Years later, those stories would be put to the test.
SC didn't seem to have changed at all. For me, it was athletics, social life, academics, and I think SC was, just the pinnacle of that. It just seemed like heaven on earth, and really made me want to come here.
Klein's commitment to USC was bigger than himself. It was a catalyst that set up Trojan men's volleyball for years to come.
When a guy who's probably the MVP of that class says yes, that's a big deal. I mean, it just substantiates USC, the power of the brand, the excellence. So from his year, it's made an incalculable difference in our profile, our ability to recruit, the level of play, the work ethic, the pedigree, just across the board.
Given Klein's natural talent and family legacy, the bar was never going to be low. On the court, Klein proved to be simply unlike anyone else in college volleyball.
He's the second highest leading kill getter in the NC2A, I think, at 4 point something, which means he puts the ball away a lot. And it's a combination of just his arm strength, his range, his elevation. Just jumping that high means it's hard to time a block against him because he could still be on his way up when you're on your way down.
And whenever the game was on the line, there was one place for the ball to go.
He has a killer's mindset, meaning he wants the ball when the game's on the line. But what you think of it only shows up then is I get to see him practice every day where he wants every ball. It's not just when the game's on the line, so he's got this habit of give me the ball. The score has nothing to do with that. He wants the ball. And I don't even look at that as his greatest skill set. I think it's leadership and being a captain for us is what separates him.
In his final 2 seasons at USC, Klein took extreme ownership with his fellow captains to improve team culture. This included submitting a 15-point list of self-imposed standards to Coach Nygaard.
These are the expectations from just the captains alone, on top of what the coaches and myself have for this team, that they want to regulate themselves, and they do a fantastic job of owning it to the point where I could go to a Dillon at a certain point in practice and go, do you think this is at the level that we need? And he calls the guys in and say, hey, we got to raise this immediately. And the guys go, got it, we got to raise it.
I like working hard and competing very hard, and I am more than willing to share that with my teammates and kind of be an open book. And I like helping my teammates out. They're like my best friends. So just any way that I can try and make my team better.
And just like he did with his commitment in high school, Klein once again set up USC for success in the future.
The team leadership is off the charts with what we had last year, parlayed into this year, that Dillon's taken the reins of and running. And it's to the point where now it's like, I need that to continue, and we're already identifying the next crop up and making sure they're up to speed with, you're not just watching this, but you're owning this so that they're ready to go. So Dillon's impact is not just, hey, here's his 4 years and thank you very much. That's going to carry out for the tradition of USC men's volleyball moving forward.
For Klein, His college experience was always about more than volleyball.
There's social, academic, athletic, and performance, meaning show up in real time under the lights and get it done. And I can honestly say Dillon's one of the few guys that does all of them.
At the Marshall School of Business, Klein found the same standard of excellence he'd come to expect in the gym.
Oh, it's been fantastic. I mean, I've had countless teachers that it's just so obvious how much they care about us. And for me, that just makes me want to learn. The students in Marshall are also just like drop dead smart, which is a little bit daunting, but they've been super helpful to me in classes, and it's just been a dream.
Now, with his final game played and degree in hand, Klein has options: professional volleyball overseas, playing for the U.S. men's national team, or pursuing a career in business finance.
That to me is success at USC, is like you've got multiple opportunities that you've benefited from your experience at USC, which there's so many different avenues at a high level here that you could say, this is what I want for my life, and Dillon's doing that.
I do have passion for things outside of volleyball that I'm very excited to explore. And so I'm looking forward to the next chapter, and I'd love to give back to the volleyball community, and I will at some point, but pro volleyball is just not something that I'm interested in doing right now.
The kid who once wanted to follow in his grandfather's footsteps did exactly that. And along the way, found his own path.
I'm very lucky to have gotten to play volleyball here and be in the Marshall School of Business. I think SC is the only place that you can combine all three: academics, social life, and athletics together. So, it's just been, like I said, just a dream come true for me.